He's going to let Zen touch the ball and try and make a 0-second play. Zen chasing him down. He cannot slow down. He puts this one to the backboard. Wall dashes. Oh my goodness, he's sticking on the play. He's stealing every single boost on the map. He's slamming this into the ceiling. Is Nupo going to score this? Oh my goodness. I cannot believe he almost had that.
This is what movement looks like at the highest level. It might seem impossible at first, but all you need to do is learn each mechanic one at a time. By the end of this video, you will know every mechanic that you need to practice to start moving like an SSL. Understanding how to use air roll is extremely important for movement. Air roll needs to be part of your muscle memory as soon as possible, so I recommend learning this first. At the highest level, using air roll to adjust yourself will be a basic requirement. The first thing that we need to do is change your settings. There are 3 total bindings for air roll. There is free roll, which allows you to air roll in any direction you choose, but you will need to use another input to control it. And lastly, the 2 directional air rolls, which is air roll left and air roll right. These will make your car turn in a specific direction without any extra inputs. There are 2 kinds of people who use free roll and the people who use directional air roll. It is entirely up to personal preference on which air roll bindings you use. As long as the button you press is comfortable, you will never need to worry too much about it. I would personally recommend binding air roll left to L1 or LB, and air roll right to R1 or RB. Power sliding is one of the most underrated things to master when talking about movement. It allows you to turn for the ball faster and have easier recoveries in awkward positions. Being able to properly utilize power slide in the right moments can enhance your overall level of movement. There isn't anything hard about power sliding. It is all about timing it properly. Having it bind to anything that is easy and quick to activate is ideal. I recommend setting it to whatever your air roll button is. The reason for this is because you can only power slide when you're on the ground and only air roll when you're in the air, so this makes things more efficient. Half flips. This is a mechanic that you won't be using often in high-level Rocket League, but is very useful for when you absolutely need it. It is useful for recoveries whenever you're in an awkward position and need to directly turn around. Half flips are easy to do. The first step is doing a backflip that is at a slight angle. You won't hold your stick directly facing down. It will be slightly to the left or right to make the half flip work. Let's use the bottom right as the example. The second jump that activates your flip is what you need to focus on. As soon as you use your flip, you need to push your stick directly to the top. This will cancel your flip and turn your car around automatically. Now that you've learned how to half flip from the right side, you should learn how to do it from the left side as well. It is the exact same thing but only mirrored. It might seem useless to learn both half flips, but there will be situations where half flipping in one direction will be faster than the other. Wave dashes are one of the easiest ways to maintain your momentum when jumping off of different surfaces. Its strength comes from the fact that you can use it in almost every situation. Not only is it good for recoveries and rotation, it is also good for offense because of how fast you can change your direction with it. The best way to learn how to wave dash is to start with the most basic version of it. For a basic wave dash, you need to land the back wheels on the floor while keeping the nose of your car facing up. Make sure your back wheels make proper contact with the ground. After that, you will need to then flip forward. This will send your car forward while being able to keep all 4 of your wheels on the floor. You are also able to do this from multiple different directions. It is the exact same thing for each one. Make sure the car is tilted upward in the direction you want to go, and only flip in that direction when your wheels are touching the floor. This is one of those mechanics that are very simple to understand, but have a very high skill ceiling. Speed flips are a mechanic that you absolutely need to master. It allows you to get to places faster than any other flip in the game. Doing this mechanic is very similar to the half flip, you're just doing the exact opposite. To do this mechanic, you will need to flip forward but slightly off to the side for the mechanic to work. We will be using the right side again for this example. Right after you use your flip, you will need to drag your stick from the top right down to the bottom. This will cause your car to turn around automatically. Always use your air roll to adjust your car whenever it's needed. The Mena Flip will give you a nice speed boost when you're jumping to the wall. This is a mechanic that a lot of high-ranked players do without even noticing. To do this mechanic, you will need to know how to speed flip. All you are doing is turning your wheels away from the wall and then speed flipping in the direction your wheels are facing. Make sure you are keeping your momentum going towards the wall while doing this mechanic. To understand it a bit easier, if the wall is to your right side, you will need to air roll right and then speed flip left. This will land your wheels perfectly on the wall. It is the exact opposite for the other side, air roll left and then speed flip right. Wall dashes are insanely useful for speeding up on the wall without using boost. There aren't many ways to reliably speed up while you're on the wall, so this can be very useful to learn. All you need to do is jump twice in the direction of where the wall is as fast as you can. So if you see the wall to your right side, you will need to flip to the right. The key to wall dashing is being able to press your jump button extremely fast. If you are unable to get it and are constantly side flipping, try to turn your training game speed down in your settings to get the hang of it. Zap dashes are nearly the same as wave dashes, but a strength comes from the fact that you don't need to have a flip to do the mechanic. It is very useful for gaining speed from just about any situation you can think of. To learn this mechanic, just jump and land your front wheels on the floor as you begin to land. As soon as your front wheels are fully planted on the floor, you will need to jump. This will send your front wheels upwards and have your back wheels on the ground. From this point, you will be able to just flip forward and complete the mechanic. The reason this works is because the front of your car will fully absorb the impact of you hitting the ground before the back wheels. So all of your car's jumping power is strongest at the front and weakest at the back. Learning each of these mechanics can be a bit challenging for newer players, but it is something that will eventually need to be part of your gameplay. The goal isn't just to be fast, it is to be able to save as much boost as you can for when you need it the most. Being able to use all of the mechanics consistently will help you save boost while being able to maintain speed. For these reasons, I recommend using these mechanics together in training with boost disabled. Forcing yourself to keep supersonic the entire time, while using no boost, will help you immensely. Now that you understand how all of the mechanics are done, we can go back to the clip at the beginning of the video and see why every mechanic was used the way it was. Nupa was using speed flips not only to maintain his momentum enough to avoid the demo, but to also keep the ball away from Zen. After he speed flips into the ball for the second time, he then steals the boost. Him stealing the boost ended up putting him in a position where he was no longer able to maintain his momentum while staying on the ground. If he did try to turn while on the ground, he would have not been able to catch up to the ball to keep the play alive. His only option was to use the wall to transfer as much momentum as he can, and then use wall dashes to regain the speed that was lost. Because he was able to transfer the momentum quickly, he was able to prevent Zen from getting the ball to the ground. This allowed him to get an opportunity to end the game before overtime started. Thanks for sticking around, and don't get tilted.